Los Ratones vs T1 was absolute cinema all the way through. It seemed like a coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb kind of situation at first, but I have to be honest, it really exceeded all of my expectations. I'm a huge fan of the both teams, so believe me, that says a lot. I will be covering the game from start to end. Of course, I'll also be yapping about just how successful this entire Los Ratones rollout has been on all fronts. They won the first tournament they have ever played, and now they actually won against T1 on their first stage game. Not only that, they reached over 600,000 viewers live while doing so. When I was watching caedrel go insane in Worlds 2022 finals with Guma's steal, if you came up to me and said that his team would be playing versus T1 in just a couple years from now, on the same stage G2 lost Worlds 2019, I would probably just laugh at your face, honestly. I think today proved that there's a big demand for less serious events like this, where the main focus is actually being entertaining instead of being extremely tryhard. We get high quality League of Legends every year with MSI, LCK, LPL, and Worlds, so things like this feel like such a breath of fresh air. Moving on to the game, even from the draft, I knew this would be peak cinema, like come on. T1 picked Teemo first pick, and we got baus on Sion, just chef's kiss, nothing else. The Rats tried the level 1 play in the bot lane, but T1 didn't fall for that. baus playing Sion versus Teemo, especially with his unconventional longsword refillable potion start, looked very rough right away. Normal logic dictates you would play Doran's shield and second wind in this matchup, and it would be bearable, but we know baus is anything but normal when it comes to his understanding of the game. So in true baus fashion, he gives the first blood to Teemo around the 3-minute mark. Teemo's blind is so disgusting against Sion because baus can't even proc phase rush in his passive. baus comes back to lane and tries to get one back against Teemo, but he can't even do anything with the blind plus the insane movement speed Teemo has compared to him. In the bot lane, a skirmish breaks out that leads to rekkles and Crowny trade 2 flashes for none. And the wave looks kinda terrible for Crowny at first, but rekkles cancels Faker's back and Crowny gets back to lane with his TP, still even in CS. With a well-timed roam by owner, Nemesis unfortunately gets caught, he fails his stun, and cannot get behind the tower in time to protect himself from the action ultimate, ultimately losing both his flash and his life. While everything looks so gloomy for Los Ratones, they finally catch a break, with Velia shutting down Faker thanks to rekkles and Crowny punishing Xerath being absent because of that roam to the mid lane. And Velia almost gets Xerath as well, even though he hits the final Ezreal Q, it's still not enough. After that brief moment of hope, baus gets caught again to Gumayushi's Kayn on the top side. Velia does the same in the bot side shortly after. Thankfully, Los Ratones bot lane manages to double kill Faker and Honor. Let me tell you, rekkles' Janna was so clean this game. caedrel mentioned on his stream that rekkles said he would carry if he gets to pick his Janna, and you will see he definitely delivers on that promise. baus tries to proxy but continues to struggle against the Teemo. The most painful part is he can't even utilize his passive properly because of Teemo's blind, so he misses the cannon minion. That's -1 sadly. Action breaks out yet again on the bot lane with Velia following as well. Crowny catches Honor with his ultimate, but unfortunately gets caught with the Xerath stun at the same time. rekkles interrupts Xerath's ulti to make sure Crowny gets to live. He has to burn his flash, but he survives. In the mid lane, Doran flashes forward onto Nemesis for no reason and doesn't get anywhere close to the kill. Neme catches him with Scatter the Weak, but Action does Action things, easily getting away. I feel like the whole momentum of the game shifted right this moment where baus moves to bot lane from the base, goes in with the Sion ultimate, one-shots Honor, and gets the kill on Faker after following him up over the wall with the matching flash. It is just so incredibly poetic. baus killing Faker while being 0-3 in 10 minutes. On the other side of the map, Velia continues to struggle in the jungle with 2 levels and over 30 farm down, but the Rats are just 300 gold down at this point, so it definitely starts to seem winnable. baus and Neme move to cover Velia, while Action is just moving from the base. After a bit of fighting, Velia manages to stay alive against Teemo's Ignite plus poison damage, which is huge, because he ends up as the one finding the kill against Kayn with the W flash. Thanks to that fight, the Rats secure the grubbies as well. Shortly after, Doran gets caught again, plus 300 gold to Velia, so even though he's down quite a bit of farm, he managed to get ahead of Guma in gold. The same goes for the overall team gold. LR gets the gold lead for the first time since the game started. baus tries to solo bolo the Teemo yet again, but barely comes up short because of that annoying blind. I don't think anyone in their right mind should play Lethality Sion against Teemo, unless you are baus, cause you will see, he will make this work. Faker and Doran try to go for a play in the bot lane, Nemesis TPs in to stop them, catches Doran off guard, and Los Ratones secure both kills. Crowny is massively up in gold and experience at this point, and our bot lane is simply killing it. Velia's struggle in his own jungle isn't stopping yet. Thankfully he manages to secure his blue buff, my namesake. In the top lane, the Teemo Nightmare keeps going for Baus. Ignite plus Leandry Teemo is beyond disgusting. Baus falls literally under his tower. After respawning, Baus is matching Dorn on the bot lane. He uses his ultimate to catch the wave, as we come to expect from him. One thing is for certain though. It is crazy just how much attention Baus still manages to attract as he gets dove by T1. He almost gets the kill on Gumayushi, but he just falls short of that. T1 really committed 3 ultimates for 2-5 Baus. It is just so incredibly funny. Although Baus can't seem to catch a break so far, he will bounce back from this big time later in the game, trust me. Nemesis keeps hitting these incredibly accurate stuns and catches Honor, leading to Los Ratones getting the mid tier 1 tower with ease. Baus is once again matched by Dorn on the side lane, except this time Baus and the rats actually turn it around. Rekkles, along with the rest of the rats, collapse on Dorn, saving Baus, then securing the second Drake for their team. Guma with the Kayn form finally unlocked seems like a big threat. He gets the steal on Velia's Grump. Velia gets his revenge shortly after though, as Guma gets caught into a perfect CC chain by Crowny and Baus. With Doran's TP down on the side lane and the Teemo with the Ignite, Los Ratones pull the trigger on a mid lane collapse with Baus flanking, plus Crowny teleport, finding the kill onto Honor. Baus tries to drift with his ultimate to possibly catch Faker, however he doesn't even get close this time. T1 doesn't just let it go though, they strike back by engaging on Crowny. Rekkles manages to keep him alive, and they kill Kayn shortly after the fight gets split in two. While Velia finally gets that shot down onto the Teemo, Neme and Velia both lose their lives for it as well. Just after that fight, Doran tries to get the mid tower a bit too hard for some reason, which results in him dying to Crowny, and I want you to focus on Crowny. He is 200 CS in 21 minutes with 5 kills on top of it, so he is extremely ahead. I wanna pause for a second. Although it's nothing special on the surface, I truly can't believe we got to see Baus taking a tower in front of Faker's face. Like, I don't know about you, but just saying these words out loud is so surreal to me. Of course, what we all asked from this game was most importantly a solo bolo on Faker by Baus, and we got it. It was a wonderful sight to see, the clash of unkillable Demon King versus the most killable Demon King. Both of them are my goats. Just a minute after that solo bolo, both teams are looking to secure the next Drake. Baus, coming in from the top side, looks for a flank, catches Guma, but he gets one shot himself. Los Ratones needs to either contest the Drake 4v5 or just give it up. They choose to contest, so Rekkles uses the Janna ultimate to heal everyone up before the fight. The champions on the T1 side are notorious with their poke, so it looks like it will be a hard fight. Nemesis somehow catches Honor again, but he flashes away. As predicted, the rats start to get completely destroyed by the team mushrooms. Nemesis displays his insane movement skills to dodge so many skill shots, but unfortunately he still falls victim to the assassin Kayn. As Nemesis die, Crowny manages to get the kill on Honor with a nice snipe. Guma and Teemo pick him up shortly after though, but Velia says enough is enough and kills that little devil Teemo. Just about a minute after, Los Ratones get 2 crucial picks in the enemy jungle against Kayn and Zerat, leading to them getting the Baron uncontested. With the Baron buff, Rekkles as Janna tries to establish vision control near the dragon. While doing so, Guma finds him and destroys his Magi stacks. Oh boy, that is sad. But at least Guma loses his life too, so we can call that a 1-for-1 I guess. The same time this happens, Baus is doing boss things on the top lane, and he gets collapsed by Untara and Doran. He almost pulls off the greatest escape ever until he doesn't. Still a good try though. We go back to the same infamous place again. Less than a minute until the dragon spawn, Baus gets caught trying to set up a play. He does dodge so many skill shots to escape, but it doesn't matter since he's stuck in the pit. Just as things look bad for Los Ratones like the last dragon fight, Velia miraculously catches Doran. Like, what's going on with these top laners? Nemesis, like he did all game, completely smurfs this fight by deleting poor Honor yet again. Now we are closing into by far my favorite moment of this game. Gumayushi and Untara think that they are being smart and decide to set up a trap for Baus, and little do they know, it will end in a total disaster for them. I don't even have to say it, Gumayushi's reaction is just priceless. Not that it matters that much, but Baus has the most damage in his team, and when you look at how strong everyone is, it's kinda funny as Sion with 10 deaths has the most damage. Absolute classic Baus moment. Just like Baus in the early game, Doran can't seem to catch a break, and he still tries to find someone before the dragon fight, except he's the one getting one shot by Nemesis once more. Regrettably, Crowny gets deleted by Kayn about the same time as Doran, so that's another 1-for-1. I guess we all know Los Ratones has something T1 doesn't when it comes to this kind of game state, and that's Baus pressure on the side lane. Baus this time makes sure that he doesn't die because the dragon soul is so important, and it is very nice seeing him being more calm and collected compared to his usual style. As Los Ratones set up around the dragon, in In the hopes of denying the Dragon Soul, Guma goes deep with tag stack portal, looking for picks on Los Ratones backline. Yet, Baus and Velia are there to stop him. Los Ratones move directly onto the Baron after securing the soul, but they don't even need to do it. They just execute a perfect turn on T1, with Baus getting a double kill as revenge for what he went through early in the game. So, you know what time it is, right? It is game time. No, it's not game time. It is Baus special time to end the game. So, with that, Los Ratones wins this show match against T1. As for my closing thoughts, I really don't have a lot to say, because this whole experience was kind of indescribable in my opinion. We have never seen, quote-unquote, a streamer team playing versus T1 after a month it was created. We got to see Baus versus Faker, like that's insane. And the same goes for the rest of the team as well. Each and every one of them displayed an amazing performance, so I'm a huge fan, what can I say? If you made it this far, please comment "my coach cancelled it" so I know you are one of the real ones. Also, if you enjoy watching videos just like this one, subscribing would help me more than you can possibly imagine. Besides that, thank you so much for your support on this channel so far, and last but not least, please take care of yourself until the next time.